Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Erin's Book Club. I've got another book review to do, and I just finished this book, and I'm devastated. The book that I've got is A Vision of Shadows Warrior. It's from Warriors, I guess. The Apprentice Quest by Erin Hunter. Now, this is the first book that I like an animal fantasy book that I've read other than the Guardian series. And again, I just finished it. And I thought that I had a lot more, and I thought that it would end on a really good note. But there wasn't a lot more. There was two book samplers after this, so it wasn't the ending that I thought it was the ending. It's like a cliffhanger ending. Spoilers, by the way, because I'm not going to get through this without spoilers. I'm too upset. So if you haven't read this, do not listen any further. Read it and come back. But so we spend all of this book with this character going through a quest trying to find out what's needed from him and death, and they find these two kittens and they get these two helpless kittens all back together, and then they separate them, and you end the book with them separating them, calling each their sisters names, and being ripped apart because people don't want to know, don't want to share, or I guess tearing two kittens together that only have each other apart is better than having to have the both of them go from one clan to the other. I'm so upset with the ending of this book. I am desperate to get the next book. In fact, I'm going to order it right away once I'm done here, because what an ugly cliffhanger. What an ugly ending. I'm so angry. I'm so angry because this book was so great. It was so refreshing to find a main character that is chosen as being the one, when in reality he didn't want to be the one. He wanted to be like everybody else in the clan. He wanted to train like a warrior. And at first, when they started saying that he was training like a warrior and he wasn't very good at training like a warrior, like he couldn't hunt, he couldn't fight, I figured this would just be one of those main characters struggle to be as good as everybody else kind of books. But it found out as the main character does want what everybody else wants, but he's just not good enough to be what he wants to be, and he's chosen to be something else, something more special, something more meaningful, and he doesn't actually want to be that, and he has to struggle to be like that. And the character starts off very immature, very one-dimensional, very very I want to be like that. And as this quest grows, the character grows, and the depth of his character grows, and his honor grows, and his sense of right and wrong grows. And it's very real about the fact that he can't help the people that he wants to help because he's too young, and yet he still wants to. And that frustration that you feel, that whole writing of that is amazing. The way the author takes the cats and says, well, this is how I think they would feel if they were traveling through two-legged land, like human land. Her description of their description of, say, a cow or a sheep or a goat, and the descriptions of cars and the roads that they have to pass, and all of that just really lit me up. I really enjoyed that part of the book, but then to have it end like this, I'm so frustrated. I'm so frustrated because I hate that. I hate that because all it is we need you to buy the other book because we want you to to spend money. And I get it, because writing is not, you don't write for just the love of it, because you can't survive on just the love of writing. You have to earn money. I get that that's what you need to do to survive, to continue to get books. You need to have money, but I hate that about it as well, because I just want to know, and you've ripped them apart, and it's breaking my heart. I don't know. I guess maybe I shouldn't do reviews just after I finish a book, but I literally just closed the last page, and I was like, nah, I gotta talk about this, because this is a heartbreaking book. I want to know what goes on. And I have to wait, and I don't wait well. But I have to say that the artwork is lovely in the front there. And the beginning of each chapter has a lovely header with a bit of a drawing. So I enjoyed that. So the book itself is well written. And that's half the problem. The book itself is too well written because I don't want to quit. But, if that's the worst thing that happens to me today, I'm doing pretty good. But I'm so upset. Anyway, let me read the back of it so you guys know what you're getting into. Embrace what you find in the shadows, for only they can clear the sky. The warrior cats have enjoyed many moons of peace and prosperity, but a new darkness approaches, and one young apprentice must go on a dangerous quest that will determine the fate of all the clans. That's all you get, too. That's all you get. They don't tell you a lot. Just enough to whet your appetite. And this is my first experience with Erin Hunter. I found that it's very, very close to I forget what, the Legacy or the Guardian Herd that I was reading. Like, very similar verbiage. So that made life a little bit easier. But, yeah, I'm going to order the next book. If all you guys are into the animal fantasy, get this. This is a really good book. So I guess that's all I've got to say, and I will let you know when I have another book read, and when I've calmed down some. Have a great day, everybody.